think the worst part about being a Transformers fan is sooner or later, you're gonna have to wake up and realize that a lot of Transformers media is shit. I'm gonna hit y'all with something. G1 is not good. And I'm saying this as a guy who grew up with G1. But just because it's bad doesn't mean you can't enjoy it. G1 may not be a good cartoon, but it has the superpower of unironically being the most hilarious Transformers show out there. Nowhere else you're gonna get a Transformers show where Decepticon gets so pissed off with the Constructicons that he tells all of them to kill themselves in the most thematically and creatively appropriate way you would tell the Constructicons to kill themselves.
Why don't you go build a bridge and jump off it?
So subpar media is unfortunately part of the course for Transformers. Transformers first and foremost is a toy line, and how do they get kids to buy stuff from their toy line? Make a toy commercial disguised as an animated series, which usually showing how cool these characters are and making you want to buy their toys gets in the way of good storytelling. So, I was on a date with this girl, and yeah, that's right, I talk to girls, sometimes. And after admitting my unhealthy Transformers obsession to her and she still stuck around, I was like, yes, that's the biggest hurdle crossed. But then she asked me, what's your favorite Transformers show? And in my mind, I was like, shit, what do I tell her? All of them suck. So, thank God for Transformers Animated. Please, go watch Transformers Animated. It's honestly such a great show. The story, the cast of characters and their arcs, the stakes, the creativity, it's all there. But even as someone who knows nothing of Transformers, it's so accessible that you literally don't even need prior knowledge of who Optimus Prime is. Because in this show, even though he's the commander of his own Autobot crew, believe it or not, he's not the supreme leader of the Autobots. He's a young, eager, inexperienced, and outcast Autobot who struggles with the weight of leadership, accepting and learning from his past mistakes, and using all of that to become the true hero that so many have said he was never destined to become. It's inspiring. And the art director of the show, Derek J. Wyatt, may he rest in peace, used his signature style to breathe so much new life and charm into these existing characters that has left its legacy on the Transformers fandom. And there's a reason why, still to this day, Transformers Animated is cherished forever. What? They're making new Transformers animated toys? Legacy continues to be the toy line that keeps on giving. Over 10 years of radio silence on Transformers Animated's existence just for us to be hit with new legacy figures from Animated. The only one I really care about is Optimus, and Takara finally released him in Japan, so hell yeah, I bought him. Look at this sick-ass robot mode. The signature beefy torso of animated Optimus Prime is updated so exquisitely, and I'm really liking the vibe of this figure. Except, whether or not they stayed true to the animated style is up for debate. So Transformers Legacy brings different characters from different continuities to give them new toys, which on paper sounds like a great idea. But the running theme is that all of these characters are G1-ified. And it's worked for some, like all the Armada figures. They look so faithful to the original designs. But it doesn't work for others. Oh, so happy I'm not a Transformers Prime fan. Sorry, you guys. So far from Animated, we have gotten Legacy Prowl, Bumblebee, and Optimus. And there's been some debates as to whether or not these Legacy figures butchered their original designs. So here's LinkFrostimus' definitive opinions that are fact on that matter. Prowl looks cool, Bumblebee looks stupid, Optimus looks great. This might be a bias too, but I think out of all of them, Optimus remains the one that captures the spirit of Animated the best. He may not be one for one with how he is in the show, but he still feels like that Optimus. And that's why I love him so much. I think he looks great. I will admit, it took me a bit of getting used to, but I have warmed up to his look and come to appreciate what he brings to the table. That superhero style of the show, with the characters having large, exaggerated chins, arms, and torsos contrasted with the skinny legs, is there, man. The head, whoa, props to Hashtag. Going for the face instead of the battle mask is such a Chad move. That youthful look with his mask off is just so iconic to animated Optimus. It has everything. His signature helmet, his face, his nose, the silver paint, his fat fucking chin. The profile looks kind of stupid, actually. And that distinct truck chest is filled with his signature detail like the angular and dynamic windows. I thought these were painted black, but they're actually transparent pieces, which adds reflectiveness to it. Wait a second. Actually, the Takara release features more transparent windows than the Hasbro release. Huh, interesting. And being a G1-ified version of animated Optimus, we got new details added to tie him back to his roots. Those arrow designs on his forearms and vent details on his shins were never part of his original design. But it's stuff like this that I think is so cool and further ties Optimus back to the true legacy of Optimus Prime. A figure that not only honors the legacy of animated Optimus, but Optimus Prime in general. How can you not love this guy? Well, I gotta admit, I wish it was a little more faithful to the animated look. Let me hit you guys with this. When did I buy a Mr. Incredible figure? What the fuck? I think his proportions are good and suits him, but honestly, it could have been way better if his torso waist area was longer and if his legs were just slightly longer. You look at animated Optimus and get the impression that he's tall and heroic, but the legacy figure is more short and stocky. And also too, they oddly Mist detail? What? Yellow stripes on the helmet, the yellow backhand panel, the yellow tip and black rims on his feet. Where the fuck is it, you guys? This is actually one thing I don't like about the figure. The feet. What the fuck are these pancake looking ass floppers we got going on right here? They are way too flat and they should have gone with the more rounded boot of the cartoon. So you may be thinking with these missteps, this guy probably fucking sucks, but hell no, this guy rocks! Everything about him screams badass, and this is just such a beautiful tribute to animated Optimus Prime. I saw way too much praise about him, and honestly, I didn't think he would live up to that hype. But after having him in hand, I gotta say, I'm liking him a lot more than I thought I would. Front, side, behind, however you look at him, he's got so much charisma to him. And there's just one thing that could make this guy better. Throughout Transformers Animated, Optimus Prime utilized a variety of tools in order to help humanity and to take down the Decepticons in a non-lethal way. So let's see what this bad boy's got packing with him. You cannot have animated Optimus without his iconic axe. The huge Energon blade, the rocket booster equipped on the back, and the detail on it. This toy's got this tool down from a distance. Because when you look at it up close, you notice, what the fuck, you guys? That's a penis! Okay. Ignoring the fact that the handle looks like a penis for 1 second, it's way too thick. So as cool as it is, wielding it has this unfortunate downside of looking off. Still, I think the blade part is too awesome to really complain that much. And in the show, Prime's axe had a feature where the handle extends and he utilized it to pole vault, and it was just so cool, dude. Go watch Transformers Animated. And this toy's axe can do that. The handle extends. This is more to get him to use 2 hands to wield it because in reality, this guy can't pole vault. Fuck! And sorry, the skinny pole compared to the penis. Yeah, it looks off. And for me, I've been struggling to get him with 2-handed poses because of his fat fucking titties. What a rack, bro. Holy shit. It actually gets in the way of his arms, which kind of sucks and also makes me realize the struggle that big titty goth girl's got to live with. I'm sorry, women. Now in the show, the axe had a rocket booster on the back of it, which Optimus used to propel his swings when he really needed to fucking swing the damn thing. I don't know. So thankfully, you got a fire effect to plug into the back to really bring out that oomph from swinging poses. Oh, my mistake. It actually doesn't come with one. But if you have one, you can use it. Let's just store this away back here and check out his other iconic accessories like his hose, grapples, and bolas. Wait, hold on. What? He doesn't come with any of these? Okay, hashtag, I'm willing to brush aside the other stuff because quite frankly, the only real accessory of animated Optimus Prime is his axe. But why are you not going to include a fire effect part so that I can get him into some fire axe swinging poses? What the fuck? Okay, despite his proportions, his articulation is surprisingly good. Head is on a ball joint and a neck joint, so he can look a little up and down. Nice. Arms can move out with a swivel at the shoulder, biceps, and hands, a double jointed elbow bend, full waist swivel. Legs can move this far forward and... What? This far back? Wait, hold up. Am I dreaming? This figure has backwards leg movement? Just feels so weird. I haven't done this to a Transformer in who knows how long. Whew. Anyways, splits, thigh swivel, gnarly knee bend, and a fantastic ankle tilt. So yeah, this shit's good. You can really utilize what he's got to get him in some amazing and heroic poses. He's so dynamic, he's got a lot of range and potential. And he's really fun to pose too, but he doesn't feel the best all the time, for me at least. The 2 big things is, 1, his outward arm movement isn't that strong, especially if he's holding the axe. 1 mishap and he drops his whole arm. It's annoying. And for me, the outward legs are a bit too tight to a certain point, so if I try to utilize anything within that range, it just snaps back to its innermost position. Oh wait, this is actually because of a QC issue on the Takara release of this guy because somebody snorted cocaine and got high on the fucking assembly line and misassembled the hips. What the fuck, Takara? How does another run of a product add an issue to it? People in Japan have already found a way to fix it, but I agree with Saito's statement. You still can't pose him without the fix though, so this is an issue that I'm just gonna have to live with. Oh yeah, and the axe grip isn't too tight. And I wish they incorporated butterfly joints into his arms. But that in no way takes away from the pure alpha energy that's oozing from this guy. This is not only a damn good Optimus figure, but a damn good animated Optimus figure. They still should have lengthened his proportions a bit to make him look more like the cartoon, but as it is, this figure does indeed capture the spirit of animated. It's so beautiful, and I'm sure Derek J. Wyatt would feel proud to see his robot design immortalized in this plastic form. And you know what? I bet bro feels proud about how the truck turned out too. here's animated Optimus Prime in his fire truck mode. And that's right, this Optimus turns into a fire truck, complete with the light bar. No trailer, unfortunately, just the cabin. Damn, this looks fantastic. It's pretty much a spitting image of how the cab looked in the show. And I want to highlight the transformation for a bit. G1 style Optimuses always have the typical arm slot into the hips to form the cab deal, but this guy does away with that and results in a unique and fun transformation for Optimus. The details that are revealed, like the truck grille and these gray sides, is so good, man. They should have added yellow for his headlights and these bottom parts here, but still, the detail pops. And the colors, you gotta love that consistent flush look of the red, silver, and black. They cooked hard with this. And as if the detail couldn't be any more sleek, the designer snuck in a steering wheel, a stereo, and seats inside the truck. How cool is that? Tell me. And handling this guy, I just realized something. His original design had no smokestacks or front wheels. And how they dealt with the no wheel situation is by sneakily incorporating the front wheels here, which is genius. It's a clever way of hiding them and a great way to allow them to keep the back wheels like how they're supposed to look while allowing for rolling functionality. That's alright, to be honest. So with all it's got going for it, this is a pretty cool fire truck cab. Except the back, I don't like the back. And I bet you can guess why. Once again, the feet strike back to harm the look of this mode too. I will say that despite the feet, it still nails the silhouette. But the feet makes the truck bed ugly. Look how much better it would look if you just took them away like this. If the feet are gonna be this flat, if they found a way to fold the feet underneath the bed, it would have been peak and I wouldn't have complained. But as it stands, this is not it. But I guess they're here for a reason, which is weapon storage. And this looks stupid. It's so goofy how he's hauling this big ass axe like this. They should have found a way to store between his legs like how the deluxe animated Optimus from over a decade ago did. That would have looked better. But still, I think this thing's cool. It's solid and it's a good size. I think the look and the compactness just does it for me. Just like the robot mode, they captured the style of animated to a T here. And you know what this figure makes me think? Man, what a time to be alive. Legacy animated Optimus Prime was not exactly everything I wanted in a new animated Optimus figure, and yet I still love him anyways. I can't speak for him, but I'd say the designers did Derek J. Wyatt's original designs justice with this figure. This thing is awesome. I'm really hoping they continue the streak of great animated updates with a Legacy animated Megatron and possibly a Marauder Megatron. I can dream, guys, come on. But until then, Legacy Prime gets my recommendation. If you are a fan of the show, you owe it to get this guy and add him to your collection. But if anything, you should let this figure serve to you as a reminder that, despite your mistakes, despite what other people say to bring you down and make you think you're going down the wrong path, just like animated Optimus Prime, you can in fact learn, grow, better yourself, and become the thing you want to be and do the things you want to do. Because as it turns out, being a hero is in fact in your programming.